Ever feel like your project is teetering on the brink of disaster? Wondering how to spot the warning signs before it's too late? You're not alone. But what if you could catch those signs early and avoid project failure? Today, we're discussing 10 red flags when managing a project to help you identify risks before they have a negative impact on your project. Let's learn to spot these warning signs in this video. If your project doesn't align with your organization's strategic goals, it can be deprioritized or even canceled. When projects veer off strategy, it can lead to teams working at cross purposes or even duplicating efforts, which just adds to the inefficiency. This can create confusion in the workflow, pull focus away from the key objectives, and weaken the overall success of your project. Engage with your senior leadership early in the project planning phase to align your project with the broader organizational strategy. Regularly communicate how your project contributes to strategic goals through status reports and stakeholder meetings. And once the project goal is set, it's also important to make sure that your project scope and objectives are in sync to help bring that goal to life. Unclear goals, scopes, and objectives are major issues that can plague a project. When they're vague or keep changing, it's a recipe for trouble. As we know, project goals set the big picture. The scope details the tasks and deliverables needed to achieve the goals, and the objectives give us measurable steps to keep the project on track. If these aren't nailed down, your team might end up going in circles, wasting time and resources. To counter this, consistently review and update the project scope in your team meetings so that everyone is on the same page. And define your project's objectives using the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Sharing resources across projects can lead to scheduling conflicts and overworked team members. This often results in delays, reduced productivity, and burnout. Create a detailed resource allocation plan and use project management software to track resource usage and availability. Make sure there's clear communication between project managers to avoid conflicts. Regularly review resource schedules and adjust assignments as necessary. Overly rigid requirements may not allow the project to adapt to necessary changes and can stifle innovation. But go the other way with overly flexible requirements, and that can lead to scope creep, quality issues, and difficulty in planning and estimation. So, how can you solve this? Start by considering both technical feasibility and business value when you define your requirements. This ensures that your project is not only technically sound, but also aligned with business objectives and provides value to stakeholders. Next, prioritize your requirements using techniques like MOSCO: must have, should have, could have, and won't have. Once your requirements are sorted, you could also adopt an iterative or incremental approach, like Agile, where requirements are revisited and refined in each iteration. This allows for continuous feedback and adjustments based on evolving needs and insights. Without formal sign-offs, your team might be working towards moving targets. Non-testable requirements can lead to unverified deliverables, causing issues down the line. Make sure all requirements have formal sign-off by stakeholders before project work begins. Define each requirement to be specific and testable. Conduct regular reviews and updates to keep them relevant. Introducing new technology without prior experience can lead to unforeseen challenges and delays. This can significantly impact the project timeline and budget. Conduct thorough research and pilot tests before integrating new technology into your project. Provide adequate training and support for your team, and have a backup plan in case the technology does not perform as expected. Deadlines set by external parties who aren't familiar with project realities can lead to rushed work and subpar results. This can compromise the quality of your project's deliverables. Negotiate realistic deadlines with stakeholders based on a detailed project timeline. Use data and historical project performance to support your negotiations. Communicate frequently about progress and potential delays, and set expectations about what can realistically be achieved within the given timeframe. Ambiguous contracts can lead to disputes and unmet expectations. Without clear deliverables and timelines, it's hard to manage and meet your stakeholders' needs. Check that contracts and statements of work are detailed and clearly define deliverables, timelines, and responsibilities. Work with legal and procurement teams to draft precise contracts. Regularly review and clarify any ambiguities with stakeholders so that everyone understands the terms. When tasks are too broad, important details can slip through the cracks, leading to miscommunication and fragmented work efforts. This can slow things down and throw off your project's flow. Break down tasks into smaller, manageable components and use work breakdown structures to cover and monitor all aspects of your project. Assign clear responsibilities for each task and set realistic deadlines. This approach helps you manage workloads and complete tasks on time. Uncontrolled changes can derail your project by introducing scope creep and confusion. They're the enemy of effective project management and often lead to budget overruns and missed deadlines. Implement a robust change control process. All change requests should be documented, evaluated, and signed off by the relevant stakeholders before implementation. Consistently communicate the change control process to your team and stakeholders to make sure everyone understands the procedure and adheres to it. Spotting these red flags early can save your project from potential disaster. As a project manager, staying vigilant and proactive is key to navigating these challenges. By addressing these red flags head-on, you can steer your project toward success. Want to deepen your project management skills and learn how to handle these red flags like a pro? Join the PMI community. With access to our extensive resources, courses, and network of professionals, you can elevate your project management expertise to the next level. Subscribe to our channel for more insights, tips, and guidance on mastering project management. And don't forget to check out the links in the description for more resources from PMI. Together, let's make every project a success.